The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order Butterburgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Scott, they've got some youth on this basketball team that they will start several sophomores, a junior, and then a senior or two to go along with those young guys. So we're going to see these guys in Collinsville if they continue to go down there and we continue to go down there. They'll be here for a while. Plus, I think this kind of well, I hope anyways. I hope this rivalry, this home and away type of thing where your contract, however it goes, we continue this because it's really a neat thing. I remember coming over here my sophomore year. We took on Quincy and beat them. I'm not sure we were supposed to, but we were able to shoot the three well. And what a great fun time. I still remember just the Blue Demon in the middle and at the beginning. The lights are out. the torch is going. I'm a sophomore getting ready to play varsity basketball in this place, and I'm scared, just running down my leg, going there. I mean, I'm ready, and then all of a sudden the lights come on, and it's time to play basketball. So you quickly kind of forget that. But yeah, what a neat atmosphere you can have, and I'm sure Quincy says the same when they come to Roy S.
Yeah, why don't we need to get some flames? We need fire.
I don't know if the Railer Man and fire necessarily go together, but we could try it. I mean,
fire and Illinois Fighting Illini don't go together, but it's awesome.
You do have a little pull there, I don't know.
No, I don't.
or maybe a lack of.
Yeah, no doubt.
would be better. 12 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the warm-ups. Again, the Railer sophomores were victorious 44-37. I believe Coach Greg Alexander has just lost one game, and that was over in Mahomet just a week or so ago, I think, week and a half ago or something like that.
Overtime?
So, yeah, overtime. Double. Yeah, was it one or two? I think just one. Two. Lloyd says two. He was there. He has a better memory than I. But, again, nice game for the Railer sophomores. And, I think this thing kind of started a long time ago, as Jay has, our fellow colleague, has put on Twitter many times about this rivalry with Cook and Douglas and Swingle and all those guys that played against each other and were able to meet up in sectionals and meet up in regional championships and all that kind of stuff, and then along with maybe state tournament chances for both teams. And here again, you're back in regular season play. It's a nice non-conference game to have. Again, the Railers set here. Scott's screwing around with his phone, and we'll be back here in just a couple minutes from Quincy High School. 11 minutes left here in the warm-ups. They give it a little extra time. I think they gave 25 minutes to start. Maybe that's a Quincy thing. Maybe that's something they'll do with their warm-ups as they get the Blue Demon ready here from Quincy High School. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Welcome back here from Quincy High School, getting set for the Railers and the Blue Devils here in varsity action on a non-conference Saturday night, as the Railers getting ready to take on the Blue Devils. And this was the first game for the Railers here this week, as they are coming off a victory last Saturday over in Lanphier. They beat the Lions 60-42 to improve their record to 14-3 on the season. The Blue Devils coming to the contest for the record of 16-2. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. Josh Comnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the warm-ups as both teams are out on the court now. The pep band going. This place really starting to acquire a nice crowd pretty fast here. It was kind of sparse here for the sophomore games for a Quincy Lincoln game, but as you look across and start to fill up toward us, we're way atop Quincy High School Blue Devil Gymnasium. So we've got a very good look at the crowd. I'm not sure we'll be able to pick out the numbers.
Look. I need binoculars.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure we'll get the numbers correct here tonight.
Yeah.
But we've got a good look at the whole gymnasium, and it's starting to fill up nicely, which what a great atmosphere for the guys to get ready for. Not necessarily we'll play in a gym like this in a regional championship, but you may see a crowd like this in the regional championship, and nice to play these regular season games to get you ready for that.
Now, is Quincy 3A or 4? They're 4A.
Yeah, they're
okay.
4A. I was curious about that as our drive over. We kind of hit city limits here in Quincy. I was curious about their population.
40,000?
45,000 people here at Quincy. Yeah, and I was taken back a little bit from that. Didn't know that it was quite that high, but. Yeah, you see a lot of people fouling in here for the Blue Devils and the Railers, who have not played for a while.
Yeah.
I think we were here, or they came to our place last year. I don't remember this, but I was riding over with Mr. Alan Saucy, and he informed me that he remembers the Blue Devils coming to Roy S. last year. I don't remember it all. Hopefully I was there, but I'm not sure I was. But other than that, before then, it's been a while since the Railers have faced off against the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and should be a good one tonight, Josh. You know, Quincy, we talked about it before, really good, a solid team. And, the Railers need this kind of competition. You want to play the best to get the best of your ability. And come regional time, that's when you want to be at your best. So this game's going to definitely help us.
6 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the warm-ups. That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show after a word from our sponsors. Scott and I will be back here in Quincy to bring you the play-by-play action as Lincoln takes on the Blue Devils. As always, a big thank you goes out to all our sponsors. This has been the Josh Komnick of Growl Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
This evening's contest from Quincy, Illinois on the campus of Quincy High School as the Lincoln Railers take on the Blue Devils from Quincy High School. Good evening, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Komnick and Lloyd Kirby on the camera, and we're ready to bring you all of tonight's action from Quincy, Illinois. We'd like to wish a good evening to all of our listeners around the world listening via 96.3 FM, WLCNonline.com, the Mixlr app, or watching our live broadcast on YouTube. So turn that volume up and get ready for some Lincoln Railer basketball. Once again, Scott Kirby, Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby here in Quincy, Illinois, Quincy High School, as the Railers are getting set to take on the Blue Devils. The gym's filling up, Josh.
Yeah, we got to be approaching 1,500 people here. I don't know what the capacity here it is. more than Roy S., I would assume, and I think we're right at 2,000, so we are probably approaching 1,400 here and counting. You still see people filing in, and still about 3 minutes left on the clock before we're going to tip it off.
Yeah, once again, the Railers come in tonight's action 14-3, and the Quincy Blue Devils with an overall record of 16-2. We'll take another break, and Josh will he'll start counting, see how many we do have here. And we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could have just asked me.
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Welcome back to Lincoln Railer Basketball, WLCN 96.3 FM. We are in Quincy, Illinois, as the Lincoln Railers are set to take on the Blue Devils from Quincy High School. And now it's time for starting lineups, Josh.
Yeah, we're getting set here. Lights out here at Quincy Gymnasium. And the announcer has announced that the host school team, the Lincoln Railers, will be out first in their green jerseys. First man out, number 2, 5'11" and a junior, Gowan, Aiden Gowan. 5'6" and a junior, number 10, Carson, Keon Carson. 6'2" and a senior, number 24 is Biven, Jake Biven. 6'5" and a senior, 22, Saucy, Tyler Saucy. And the man in the middle for head coach Neil Alexander, 6'7" and a senior, number 34, Cook, Peyton Cook. Of course, under the direction of Mr. Neil Alexander, assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. Mac McClellan, Zach Dom, and Gary Rademacher. And they're a little bit of a starting lineup change for the Railers. Schilling came away, I saw, with a little bit of heard with a little bit of a calf strain after the Lanphier game, so Gowan will replace him. He was a little hobbled in practice this week, so a little hobbled is Schilling, so Gowan will take the starting lineup over Schilling here tonight. You still probably see Schilling coming off the bench, but just a little bit hampered with an injury. Starting lineups here, they've got a big video board here at Quincy, so they've got this made-up movie type thing going on right now as they get set for their starting lineups. A little bit of an intimidation thing, I would think. Here comes the Devil for the Blue Devils. So something that is obviously gets the kids and the team riled up and the crowd here. But we hope that the Railers, for me, I'm taking them back to the locker room and trying to look at something different.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Josh, something that we could do. You could take your shirt off and run around with something like an axe or something.
Yeah,
on fire.
They're waiting for your retirement from the radio, and you will then soon be the Railer man with a fire in hand running around Coach Neil Alexander Court, getting the Railer faithful ready here. And it takes a little while for the Blue Devils to get announced here.
Yeah, it could be halftime by now.
Looks like the Blue Devils will go with a starting lineup without a senior in the starting lineup. So we talked about their youth earlier in the pregame, and I was aware that they would not start a senior, but tonight at least they will not for Coach Douglas. And wouldn't it be just right if they had a coach named Douglas? Isn't the name synonymous with Quincy basketball? Douglas. They've had, I know the one I know is Bruce that went to Illinois. There were two twins when I was a senior. They were also seniors. I don't even remember their first name now, but there were two Douglas twins, and it seems like it's a little bit of a Cook type Verderber name from Lincoln, but it's the Douglas name here in Quincy. First man out for the Blue Devils is number 3, a 5'9" junior, Ralph Wires. 6'5" and a junior. Number 4 is Camden Brown. Next man out is a 6'2" junior, number 10, Tyler Sprick. Number 12 is a 6'3" sophomore, number 12, Bradley Longcore the third, and the man in the middle is number 42, 6'6" and a sophomore, Keyshawn Thomas. And I'm just going to give some props for the Blue Devil mascot, McKinley Lenoble. He's my starter. He's my sixth man for the Blue Devils. That's the Blue Devil man.
Josh, it's time for tonight's List of the Game, sponsored by Me Realty. List your home with Me Realty when it's time to sell. And if you're looking to buy, check the listings at MeRealty.com. Josh, 3 keys to tonight's game.
Well, get this starting lineup out of their head first, right? Get that out of the way. Get that they're highly ranked in 4A at 16-2. The intimidation factor, wipe that away. Let's play basketball. And then 2 is, I think, handle this kind of a hostile environment. Nice student section. They got a big band here above one of their baskets. So I think just don't be intimidated early.
Railers with the opening tip, which is sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Yeah, of course, now the Blue Devils start up, and they don't play a typical 1-2-2. It's more of a matchup 1-2-2 for the Blue Devils. They've gone away from the traditional Railer 1-2-2, and they spot up and man up a little bit more. And the first play for the Railers is a quick turnover.
Yeah, Brown with the steal and then the foul on Carson. Quincy Blue Devil basketball. Game just underway here in Quincy, Illinois. Full crowd here in Quincy. Anything in this corner here, Josh, we're not going to be able to see.
No, not a whole lot. We're way up here in the
out of bounds off Quincy. Going to go back to the Railers.
Treehouse up here in Quincy Stadium, arena, I guess I should say. And it's going to be a little tough for us to see, but nice crowd here. Railers, a nice group of Railer faithful coming down, and a big crowd here for Quincy as well.
Quincy in a 3-quarter press. Railers get it across, no problem. Now work their offense. Gowan in the corner for a 3, no good. 5-4 underneath. And Quincy Sprick comes out of there with the rebound.
Yeah, they've got a nice, big, long 6'3" junior Camden Brown at the top of their 1-2-2. He got kind of one steal. He caused a turnover for the Railers in the first possession.
Longcore with a deep 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Fought for, and Biven with the rebound. Kicks it over to Carson.
Yeah.
Carson pushes right. Now over to Saucy. Back to Carson on the right wing. Over to Saucy, now in the corner to Biven. They'll work it back towards us with Carson. Carson drives up for the layup. Stripped out of there by number 10. They're going to call a jump ball.
What?
It was more of a foul than a jump ball, but it's going to go back to the Blue Devils.
There was no hand on the ball or nothing for Quincy.
The ball
there.
was loose.
Yeah, that was a foul. There was no jump ball at all.
Brown to inbound. He inbounds to Longcore. Got to keep an eye on him. He's their stud. Sophomore? Longcore?
Yeah, just a sophomore. Longcore. They don't start a senior. 2 sophomores and 3 juniors.
So Brown and Longcore, they'll handle the ball up top. As Sprick now to Brown. Brown in the corner to Longcore. Work it down low to the big guy. Tapped out there by Cook. And Saucy gets it to Carson. Carson pushes left. Cook with it in the corner. He'll dribble right, find a lane, up, and no good off the rim. Rebound comes down to Thomas for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, you'll watch
on the board.
You'll watch 12 Longcore. It seemed to me in Quincy he was always in control. The game didn't look sped up to him. When he had the ball, the Quincy Blue Devils were really comfortable.
There's a 3 on the way from Wires, and it's good. Wires with the first points of the evening, and it's 3-0 Blue Devils. Carson gets it over to Saucy, now to Biven, works it in the corner to Cook. Now they'll reset up top with Biven, now Saucy, works it over to Carson on the wing. Now they'll work it back to the left. 3-0 Blue Devils. Gowan in for Schilling tonight. Schilling with a little calf issue that he's trying to work through. We'll probably see him a little bit later.
Yeah, the Railers right now just too far away from the basket. They've got to take a couple steps in just to give some sort of...
Gowan with the deep three, got it. Nothing but net for Gowan, and it's a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Get in shooting range, so those Blue Devils got to come and guard you, but that time Gowan wasn't too worried about what shooting range I was thinking about because he buried a deep one, and the Railers get on the board.
All tied up at 3, 4:45 to go in the first. Blue Devils with the basketball. Wires pulls it back out, directs traffic. Now it goes over to Sprick. Sprick to Brown. Brown gets it in the wing. Now they'll work it back to the right. Work it down low to Sprick. Stolen away. Carson tracks it down. Now fought for underneath. Gets it to Brown. Brown puts it up and good.
Yeah, Railers just out-hustled there a little bit. Keon getting to the basketball, and Tyler went down as well. Not a lot of help by some of the other Railers. And loose ball comes up. Quincy and gets an easy putback.
5-3 Quincy. Railers with the basketball. Cook with it. Now gets it out to Saucy. Over to Carson up top. Looking down low. Nothing there. Now in the corner. They'll work it back to the left with Saucy. Now Carson. Carson dribbles in. Pulls up for a jumper, a little too strong. He'll track down the rebound, give it to Gowan. Gowan gets it to Cook on the elbow, nothing there. Kick it out to Carson up top.
Cook is going to have to be aggressive when he gets that ball at the free throw line to turn and go. He's one-on-one against Sprick, who's a 6'2 junior, and Peyton's got to look to go to the basket.
Rails with the basketball, down by 2. Carson over to Saucy. Now Saucy to Gowan on the wing. Work it down low to Bivin. Bivin spins, nothing there. Kicks it out to Gowan. Gowan for a deep 3 off the back of the iron. No good. Tracked down by Brown for the Blue Devils. Kicks it up to Thomas. Over to number 3. That's Wires. Up, no good, but the foul will be on the Railers.
Boy, and they look to push, don't they? I mean, as soon as they get a rebound, they're looking for Longcore, or they're looking for Brown to get out on the break. That time they got it out and got it down to Wires, who Wires with some nice maneuvering under the basket, got fouled, just couldn't make the layup, but he'll go to the free throw line. Made 2. I watched him play a lot down in Collinsville. Very good free throw shooter as Wires as he makes the first.
Fouls on Saucy, his first, team second. Saucy, Bivin, have a seat. Nelson and Hayes check in for the Railers. Second free throw for Wires, off the rim, no good. Josh, you jinxed him.
Good. That was my plan.
6-3, Quincy with the lead. Railers with the ball. Carson over to Hayes. Now back to Carson. He'll get across the timeline. Now work it down in the corner to Nelson. All the way up top to Hayes. Now over to Gowan on the wing. Now Nelson, he'll shoot from there. He doesn't. Passes it up. Now they'll work it back to the left with Gowan. Feed it to Cook from the free throw line. He'll spin. Has a wide open lane. Now takes it just off the back of the rim. And no good. Cook hesitated there, Josh. Didn't know how wide open he was.
Well, he's hesitated a few times at that free throw line. He cannot do that. He's got to look to score. They're allowing him to get it there. We've got to take advantage.
Quincy resets with Longcore up top. Now to Sprick. He'll drive in, loses it, gets it back. Now back up top to Longcore. Over to Wires.
Boy, not a lot of scoring here in this first quarter. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the first quarter.
A lot of action, just no scoring.
Yeah, still 6-3.
Longcore with it on the wing, guarded by Gowan. Now the pick set by Thomas. They try a little pick and roll, nothing there. Now they'll reset up top. Now they work it down low to Thomas, up and good. And they're going to get Cook with a foul. That's Cook's first, team third, and Thomas will try to get the old-fashioned three-point play. 8-3 Quincy, 2:03 to go in the first. Free throw from Thomas rolls in and good. 9-3 Quincy. Three-quarter pressure from the Blue Devils. Now Carson, he'll get it across, loses it. Fought for, grabs it, kicks it over to Gowan, and they're going to get, looks like they'll get Brown with the foul.
Yeah, almost got picked there by Wires as Carson tried to go get it across half court. Wires almost picked it off. Carson, able to go down and get it and keep that ball alive, then got fouled by Brown.
Raiders with the ball, down by 6, 1:50 to go in the first.
Need a big basket here, Scott. It's been a little while since we've had one.
Schilling checks into the ball game. See if he can get that calf loosened up.
Well, the Railers are going to have to use some bounce passes against this Brown up at the top. Very, very long and very athletic is number 4 out on the top of their 1-2-2.
Nelson, he'll pull up for a 3 from the wing. Left it a little short off the front of the iron. No good. Fought underneath. A long pass from Wires. Couldn't get the speedy Brown. And it's going to be out of bounds off Quincy. Yeah, Josh, they're looking transition points, right? When they get that rebound, they kick it out and go.
And I think that's something they've probably looked at, too, against this. They saw in Collinsville the Railers didn't get back on defense a few times, that we're going to try and get that rebound, and we're going to go.
Still 9-3, 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Nelson, he's going to think about the 3, pull it back out. Now Schilling with it.
We've got to get some sort of an easy basket inside, get it to Hayes at the free throw line, where he can turn and go, or some sort of penetration from our guards.
There's a 3 by Schilling, no good. Rebound comes down to 32 is checked in for the game. That is Mulheron. Shot no good off front of the rim. Cook with the rebound. 9-3. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. Railers with the basketball. Schilling for a deep 3. Oh, it's an alley-oop. Cook got it off balance, able to finish. Good move by Cook as he got pinned underneath, but able to finish.
Yeah, it was a nice play by the Railers. Lob to Cook. Long court on the other end. Cook with a rebound. Fouled here by Quincy. So a nice little transition there by the Railers. A lob play to Cook. He gets it to go, and then they come back and get Longcore short on the 3. And Cook up high with a rebound. Foul on Quincy. Number 32 is Sam Mulheron, a 6'4" senior. Picks up his first foul, the second on Quincy. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. So the Raiders going to have to go a little bit here to get a shot at the
down to 7.
Last second shot.
Schilling on the wing, down to 3. Cook, now Carson, he'll drive up off the backboard, no good. And that will do it after 1. It's the Quincy Blue Devils 9, the Lincoln Rail Splitters 5. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have second quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Quincy, Illinois, as Hayes gets on the scoreboard, 9-7, Quincy.
Yeah, nice move in there, too. Good pass by the Railers. Hayes with a half hook off his left shoulder and a sky hook with a little right hand. And that's a shot that guy's got to get figured out for his career. Is going to be a big one. Turnover.
The Blue Devils.
Yeah, turnover Quincy. So nice start here to the second quarter. 2-pointer by Hayes, and now a turnover for Quincy.
You know, you think about how the Railers are going to respond after having a long week off, the long bus ride. Are they going to come out ready to play? And I tell you, Josh, the intensity, the aggressiveness, it's there.
Oh, yeah, we saw it against Lanphier. Just a different mentality what the Railers had.
Mulheron just picked up his second, team third, as Hayes got the ball deep, did a little spin move. Mulheron reaches in, picks up the foul. Railers to inbound on their own baseline. Nelson to inbound. Thomas checks back in for the Blue Devils. And Mulherrin will have a seat for a while as he picked up his second foul. Carson with it up top. Gets it over to Schilling. Back to Carson. Looking for Hayes down low. Now they'll feed Cook. Nothing there. Kick it back out to Nelson with the three off the rim. No good. Right. Rebound to Longcore for the Blue Devils.
What the Blue Devils do a good job of just off the watching them here early is boxing out. The Railers are not even close to an offensive rebound.
Brown dribbles in, up, and no shot.
Count it.
Foul. Oh, thought he saw on the floor. You going to count that?
What? There's no way.
I thought he was pointing at the ground, that it was on the ground before the shot, but they're going to count the bucket. I guess it's NBA rules here. So Brown to the line. Free throw up and good. 12-7 Quincy. Railers with the basketball. 6:50 to go in the first half. Hayes and Carson and Nelson. Up top, almost stolen. Nelson comes out there with it, kicks it over to Carson. Now in the corner, they'll work it back to the left with Nelson. Now up top to Carson. Carson dribbles in, kicks it to Schilling. Nothing there. Now Nelson. Cook in the corner. He'll dribble in, sandwiched, and they're going to get a foul on, is that Longcore?
Yeah, it looked like it. Maybe Longcore. Yep.
Longcore.
Oh, was it 1-4?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1-4.
1-4.
14 is Brown, I believe.
Clay.
No, yeah, you're right. Dom Clay. His first foul, the fourth on Quincy. Again, Quincy up 12-7 here. Start of the second quarter.
Get it into Hayes. Boy, he's bumped right there. No call. Now up top to Gowan in the corner for a three from Bivin. Got it.
Bivin called for it in the corner. You saw it early. We saw it up here early. Bivin calling for it in the corner right in front of the Quincy stands. And big shot there for the senior.
Bivin with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Railers down by 2. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Quincy with the basketball. They'll dribble left. That's Longcore. Kick it out to number 13.
Get it.
Stolen. Gowan up and no good. Followed by Bivin. He couldn't finish. Now Quincy with the fast break up and good for Thomas.
Yeah, the Railers don't convert on a layup on one end, and Thomas doesn't run back on their end, and he gets a cheap basket for Quincy.
Yeah, Gowan anticipating that block instead of just going right to the rim and drawing that foul, and he just couldn't finish. And a turnover on the Railers. 14-10, 5:29 to go. We got thought there was a timeout. No timeout. Quincy basketball. Now the Railers, they'll extend their pressure a little bit. Wire over to Longcore. Now they'll get it up there to Clay, to Longcore. Over to Wires. 14-10 Quincy. Wires goes left. Now the Longcore. Longcore dribbles left. Gets the baseline. Blocked there by Hayes. Saves it. Saves it to Carson. He's got a 1-on-2. Now he'll pull it back out wisely. Now get it to Cook on the free throw line. A little too strong off the rim. Rebound the Blue Devils.
Yeah, good shot there by Cook. His free throw line, that's exactly where he likes it too. And he has just not gotten on track here yet tonight.
Wires to Longcore now. Now Longcore has it. Feeds it into Thomas. Bowls his way through. And they're going to call Cook with the block. That's his second. That's his second, team fifth.
Yeah, I don't know. Cook didn't do a whole lot there. I mean, really.
There.
Yeah, I thought he stood there and he might have jumped a little bit and went straight up. But you know as well as I know, you travel a long way and you're not going to get a whole lot, any kind of call for yourself here on the road.
Free throw up and good for Thomas as Saucy will check in for Cook. So you got Saucy, Bivin, Hayes, Gowan, and Carson. Second free throw from Thomas. Up and good. 16-10 Quincy, 4:40 to go in the second quarter. The Railers with the basketball.
Yeah, just can't get quite to that tie it up or take the lead. The Railers, they've gotten real close several times here, and then Quincy makes a little bit of a run.
Saucy out to Carson. Over to Gowan. To Carson. He'll back it out, reset the offense. Now the Railers work it to the left with Gallon back up top to Carson. He'll go right, find the lane, kick it out to Hayes. Now in the corner. Back to Carson, over to Gowan on the left wing. Work it to Hayes, back to Saucy, now up top. Hayes on the free throw line, nothing there, guarded by Thomas, kicks it to Biven, now to Carson. Railers trying to find an opening, working the ball. A lot of time coming off the clock here. Gowan to Saucy, feed it to Hayes. Hayes has an opening, nothing there, kicks it out to Biven. Biven pulls up for a three off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound, Quincy.
Boy, they did an excellent job of boxing out. There's not a green jersey around the basket at any time so far.
Long core for the three, no good.
Yeah.
Rebound tracked down by Biven.
Good job of
Carson.
Yeah, good job of Gowan battling underneath on the boards.
Carson. Now Saucy in the corner. They'll kick it out and reset with Hayes. Gowan all the way across the court to Carson. He'll walk it to the right, give it to Biven. Now in the corner to Gowan for a three. Ooh, airballed it, comes down to Thomas. Blue Devils with the basketball up by 6. 3 minutes to go in the first half.
A little bit of a quick shot there by Gowan, who has made a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer already here tonight, but off a little too strong on that one. Not a lot of scoring here either for both teams. 16-10 with 2:45 left here in the first half.
Quincy with the basketball up by 6. Wires over to Clay. Now Clay pulls up for a three off the front of the rim. No good. Carson tracks it down. Nothing there, so he'll back it out. Give it to Gowan. Gowan goes left over to the wing to Saucy for a
big three.
Saucy with a big Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, the Railers can keep it right here, Scott. You like yourself to where you put yourself for the second half of basketball here. Quincy with not a lot of scoring either. They haven't really figured out this flathead 1-2-2.
Oh, blocked
Another
away
turnover
there by Biven. Railers with the basketball.
Yeah, 5 turnovers now on Quincy, and the Railers have done a really good job of getting their hands up and being really active on that 1-2-2.
Railers with the basketball, down by 3, 1:45 to go in the first half. Hayes with it, gets it to Gowan on the wing, nothing there, up top to Saucy. That's Hayes in the corner, feed to Biven,
nice.
Up and good.
Boy, the Railers have done a good job. You're right, Scott. A good ball movement, and they have activity with this zone offense. It's something new we haven't really seen from the Railers, and it's not just stand, pass, get somebody in the middle, get somebody on the block. It's cutting, it's handing off, it's moving. And what has happened is this is a 1-2-2. This is a 1-2-2 or a 3-2 matchup by Quincy, and they're losing us because of the movement that the Railers are putting on them right now.
Some of our billboard sponsors for tonight's game, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com.
Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game. Located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Chase Lowry, Edward Jones Financial. Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball on WLCN. Call financial advisor Chase Lowry at 217-732-7524 for all your investment needs.
Now the Railers have cut into this, was a 16-10 lead by Quincy, have gotten this now to 16-15 with 1:10 left here in the first half.
All the way across to long court, nothing there. He'll back it out. Guarded there by Biven. Great defense by Biven as they know where long court's at on the court all the
absolutely.
time. Thrown away by the Blue Devils. Tried to feed it down to Sprick in the corner. Too high, out of bounds. Railers basketball.
Well,
down by 1.
You can tell Quincy wants to speed this thing up a little bit. They want to play with a little quicker pace, and the Railer defense has stopped their pace of play, or the pace of play that they like anyway. Early on they tried to get baskets on transition, but the Railers so far lately have made baskets, which then allows them not to transition.
We're down to 45 seconds in the first half. Railers down by 1 with the basketball.
Boy, I'm okay with holding for 1 here. Make Quincy play some defense for a long period of time, and maybe going to the locker room.
Piven, yeah, that's a quick jump ball.
Well, that's been 2 quick jump balls here, and I don't know that. Give them a chance to tie it up here a little bit, and the first one was even worse than that, I think.
Jump ball, possession arrow favors the Blue Devils. They'll have the basketball with 30 seconds to go in the first half. Up by 1 are the Blue Devils. Wires gets it across, guarded there by Carson. Now over to Longcore. Cut off there by Biven. And looks like Quincy's going to try to hold for 1 with 15 seconds on the clock. Longcore with it, guarded by Carson. Now Biven steps out a little bit. He'll take over. Longcore kicks it over. There's a 3 by number 4. That's Brown off the rim, no good. Put back by Wires, no good. Fought for, and that's going to do it for the first half. Your halftime score: the Quincy Blue Devils 16, the Lincoln Railers 15. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show. So don't go anywhere. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Welcome back here, Railer fans, here at halftime at Quincy High School. Low scoring half for both teams. Right now, Quincy up at halftime 16-15 over the Railers. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here from Quincy Blue Devil Gymnasium. And Scott, it's been, as you can see on the scoreboard, low scoring. It has been I don't know what to say, a bad basketball. It's just been not quickly paced. Both teams have been very methodical in what they're trying to do. It's worked. They've gotten good shots. Sometimes they just haven't made them, but that draws out for long possessions. Some would be in favor of the shot clock at this point with some of the possessions. Might cut this game up and make it a little quicker. But, I think this is the way the Railers want to keep this game at. I think Quincy is a little more athletic, like to get up and down the floor a lot more than the Railers do. I think if you're Coach Alexander, you go into halftime down 1, you're really happy. Cook went to the bench at about the 5-minute mark, I believe, somewhere in there in the second quarter, with 2 fouls, and you go into halftime down 1, you like where you're at.
Yeah, just like you said, Josh, Coach Al's got to be pretty pleased, down by 1 against a solid Quincy Blue Devil team. And, they're fundamentally sound. They've had some turnovers, and they moved the ball. But the Raiders have been doing a good job keeping their eye on Longcore, their stud sophomore. I think he's not even scored tonight.
No, I don't think so.
Thomas, he's got 7.
Yeah.
So he's their leading scorer, with Brown with 4 and Wires with 3. So good job by the Railers they knew who to find in their game plan, and they've done a pretty good job of that so far in the first half.
Railers led here in the first half by the senior Jake Biven. Biven with 5, Cook with 2, Tyler Saucy and Aiden Gowan with 2 3-pointers. So both of those guys have 3 points, and I believe Drew Hayes with a couple for the Railers. Not a lot to go around with the scoring at 16-15. But again, this is the pace the Railers are probably going to have. If they want to have a chance to win, it's going to have to be low scoring. Let their defense go to work. Make Quincy play defense for extended periods of time, and with that matchup, the way they play the matchup, 1-2-2 or 3-2, whatever they want to call it, as the Railers are starting to put some movement into that zone offense, it is hard to keep track. It's almost like you're switching all the time, and you've seen our Illini. They got away from switching that in their defense now, and it's gotten a lot better. There just requires a lot of communication when there's so much movement around.
Right. You talk about communication, and when the Blue Devils they're changing their zone. It looks like to me like they go in the zone and they go to man. I don't know. I'm sure Coach Al's got plays drawn up for that. Hasn't really affected us yet. They've been able to overcome it. But there's going to be a lot of game plan changes at halftime.
Cook will have to definitely step up and start to get the Railers some baskets, as he's gotten some opportunities in and around the lane to get some scores to go down. 4 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the warm-ups. We'll kick it back to the studios for a quick couple-minute break and be back here with some second-half action. Again, the Railers down 16-15 here to Quincy at halftime. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back to Quincy, Illinois. Your halftime score, the Railers 15, the Blue Devils 16. Railers and the Blue Devils back on the court, warming up. A minute 20 to go in warm-ups. Josh, what are some of the halftime adjustments that Coach Al might have discussed with the team?
Well, I think continue the movement, against their matchup zone. I like the way the Railers have moved the basketball. I like the way the cutting. We've gotten a layup by Biven off a basket cut after he passed to the wing and to the baseline. Also, we got to get back on transition. Our defense has been really good in the half court. I think you'll remember back, we gave up one layup, I'm sure, maybe another layup and a free throw to Wires on an and one as he made the basket. So we've given up 5 points in transition in a game of possession game like this. 5 points. Now you look at the Railers are up 15-11 instead of down 16-15. So I think the Railers have got to get back. They've got to, again, also defensive rebound on our end. But I think all in all, take your time, protect the basketball, make good passes, make good cuts, and I think the Railers are getting good shots. We're going to need Nelson to hit a couple threes, I think, here tonight as well.
Some more Billboard sponsors for tonight's game. Headline Salon, located at 602 and a half Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Where hair makes the statement, call Brett, Keena, Allie, the barber, or Jasmine, the massage therapist at 217-651-8310.
Blades Hair Nail Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213.
Railer basketball to start the second half. Gowan, Hayes, Cook, Biven, and Carson on the court. A little different lineup coming out second half, Josh.
I think it's
Saucy on the bench.
Yeah, the starting lineup. Drew gets the nod for the starters here in the second half. Again, the Railers keeping their motion going here. Nice cut,
down low to Biven, up and good.
Great pass by Hayes, too. Hayes was at the free throw line. Again, the key to that is get the ball to the free throw line and see what Hayes or Cook can do with it. And one thing I love about Biven, he didn't stand and watch Hayes try to do something. He made a nice back cut. Brown lost him, and a great pass by Hayes.
And that might be why Hayes is in there to work the middle of that zone.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Railers with their first lead of the night, 17-16. 7 minutes to go in the third. They'll work it down low to Thomas. He'll burrow his way through. Hayes is straight up. I don't know what you're supposed to do there.
Yeah, I don't know how that's a foul.
Good defense by Hayes, straight up. Thomas just barrels into him, and he's going to count the bucket, and he's going to try the three-point play.
And I'm no going against officials here, but these are guys that passed their prime here.
A little long in the tooth, huh?
They've been here for a while.
Free throw for Thomas up and no good. Hayes with the rebound. Blue Devils up by 1. Railers with the basketball. Bounce pass to Gowan. Get it across the timeline. Feed it to Hayes. Find a Cook underneath. And another one right there, Josh. It looked like a clean block.
Yeah, and Coach Al is talking to the official that made the bad call down here against Hayes. He's asking why he didn't get anything on our end. The guy that made the call was almost at half court.
Cook with 2 free throws.
And again, Hayes with a nice pass. Got it to the free throw line. And one thing you do, when you catch it at the free throw line, you got to catch and face the basket.
Rolled around, no good. Cook will look to tie it up right here. See if he can get the second free throw. And he does. All tied up at 18, 6:43 to go in the third. Quincy with the basketball, long court. Over to Wires. Now a little trap, get it over the long court. He'll get it across the timeline to Wires. Guarded there by Biven. Now in the corner to Sprick. Feeds it to Brown, up and good. Found a cutting Brown and just lost track of him.
Yeah, Cook got to go up, and I know he's got 2 fouls and contest the shot a little bit there and protect our basket. Let Brown go right up to the rim.
20-18, Quincy with the lead. Railers with the ball. Carson with it up top. Guarded by Wires, gets it to Gowan. Gowan to Biven on the wing, to Cook in the corner. Now they'll work it back this way. Boy, Sprick's just pushing Cook out of that zone. Now Cook with it in the corner, guarded by Sprick. To Gowan up top, over to Carson.
Yeah, look, but just look how far away.
3 on the way by Biven, off the rim, no good. Sprick with the rebound.
They've got our guards pushed out from the basket. We're looking at shooting 23-foot three-pointers instead of being on the line. Bivin got one there on the line, but Gowan and Keon and especially Nelson, when he gets out there, they've got them really pushed behind the three-point line.
Unforced turnover by the Blue Devils as Longcore couldn't handle it. Railer basketball down by 2. Bivin goes right, finds a Cook, tapped out of there. Now Cook has it. He'll back his way down, spin, and going to have a foul on Sprick, I do believe.
Second foul now on the Blue Devils here in the third quarter. 5:26 left here in the third quarter. That's Sprick's second foul. 5:26 left in the third. 20-18, Quincy.
Bivin to inbound on their own baseline. Gets it to Gowan. I don't think he was ready for it. Now he'll throw up a 3 from the wing off the rim. No good. Rebound Wires for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, not a good shot there by Gowan. You never practice a shot dribbling backwards.
Feed it down low to Thomas. He'll back his way down on Cook, and that's a good block by Cook, and they're going to get him with his third foul.
Yeah, every time something goes inside, it's a foul on the Railers, and really, they have called it against the Blue Devils several times too. It's just the Railers aren't going in there to Hayes or to Cook underneath, and the sophomore, the big guy underneath 42, has really caused some problems underneath there. He's gotten fouled when he's attempted some shots, and he's been able to do a good job from the free throw line as well.
Yeah, he has. Makes the first. Nelson, Saucy check in for Gowan and Cook, so got to assume that Cook will sit out the rest of the third, as long as we don't get too far behind.
Yeah, Keyshawn Thomas, 6'6" sophomore, and he knows how to post in there. He does a good job of drawing contact.
And a solid free throw shooter at that.
Yeah, 6 of 6 on the game for Thomas.
22-18 Blue Devils.
He's the leading scorer in the game with 11.
5:05 to go in the third. Bivin to get it across the timeline. Get up over there, Carson. Now feed it down low to Saucy. Saucy head fake up and no good, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Good pass there by Bivin. Kept his head up, and Saucy got fouled and couldn't make the layup after he got fouled. I know he's upset with himself. You saw him clap his hands hard and should have made that shot.
Free throw up and good for Saucy.
Tyler with 3 here on the night. And Tyler stepped in for, no, Hayes is out there. So we got Hayes, Saucy, Nelson, Bivin, and Keon out there right now.
He just missed it off the front of the rim. No good. Saucy gets 1 out of 2. 22-19, 4:50 to go in the third. Blue Devils with the basketball. Longcore dribble in, feeds it down low to Thomas off the baseline, and turnover Blue Devils. Railer basketball.
Oh, they've had some unforced. You talked about Longcore lost the pass just basically with no pressure on him that time. Not a lot of pressure on Longcore there either, and pass it too far away from Thomas.
Railers down by 3 with the basketball. Let's get Nelly on the board here.
Yeah, we get him open, some sort of a screen on that wing. Get him open and get him in shooting range for one thing. He's way too far out right now.
Nelson with the ball up top, over to Saucy. Kick it down to Nelly, turnaround jumper, partially blocked. And Wires comes out there with it. He'll push right, gets it over to Sprick. Sprick goes right, now on the corner to Brown. He'll feed it down low to Thomas. Thomas up, nope, kicks it out to Brown. Now they feed it back to Thomas, guarded there by Hayes. Good defense by Hayes, no good from Thomas, and Carson with the rebound. So
yeah, good battle.
Hayes able to hold his ground.
Yeah, you're right.
Straight up.
Got it straight up and got him to miss, and then Bivin and Hayes going after the board.
22-19, 3:45 to go into third. Feed it to Hayes on the elbow, kicks it over to Nelson. Nelson pulls up for a 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound Longcore for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, there's his one clean look. We got it to that free throw line and then kicked it out to Nelson. Right in rhythm. A little far out, but we've seen him hit some threes from that range, and Nelly just hasn't got it going so far.
Ooh, almost a steal by Carson. Brown kicks it out in the corner. 3 on the way from Wires is good. And the Blue Devils up by 6.
Yeah, they tend to get to that 6-point lead, and then so far here the Railers have been able to answer every time the Blue Devils have gotten to that 6-point lead. So the Railers have to come up with a big hoop here.
3 minutes to go in the third. Almost thrown away. You're going to get Brown with the foul. That'll be his second. His second, team fourth.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get Quincy in the bonus, or get us in the bonus, get them in some foul trouble here. 4 team fouls, 2:50 left here in the third.
Railers with the basketball, feed it to Hayes. He'll dribble around on Thomas, kick it out to Carson. Now Carson to get to the lane, kick it out in the corner for Saucy for a three, no good. Off the rim, fought for, Saucy tipped it. Going to be out of bounds off the Railers, Quincy basketball.
Good drive by Biven. Biven went high for that offensive rebound, crashed the boards. Good look, good penetration by Carson to get in the middle of the lane, kick it out to Saucy. Couldn't get it to go, and then Biven going strong for the rebound. So good possession there for the Railers. We've just not been able to make as many threes.
Quincy with the basketball, 2:30 to go into third. 6-point advantage for the Blue Devils. Feed it down low to Thomas, and they're going to get a push on Hayes. His third, team third.
Boy, hey, Thomas has gotten our guys in some foul trouble down there. Been Hayes, Cook with several fouls trying to guard the big guy underneath.
He'll kick it up top to Wires, guarded by Carson. Wires dribbled to the basketball, a little up and under, no good. Saucy with the strong rebound, stripped away by Wires, and we got a jump ball.
Yeah, it looked like Thomas was all over his arm on the rebound.
You know, Thomas is getting away with a little bit tonight, Josh. I mean, he's just bowling his way down there. And,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you do as a defender.
I think he got a hold of Saucy's arm on that rebound, which caused the ball to come loose. And Railers, unfortunately, get the stop but don't get the rebound. Now it looks like they're setting up for a lob. I saw Thomas kind of looking at the front of the rim.
Hayes, good defense on him. There's Brown. He'll dribble in. Up and no good, but Brown will get 2 free throws.
There's 4 now on Hayes. So it's been a quick 2 fouls. So Quincy really getting the Railers in some foul trouble, especially our guys that play down low.
Yeah, now Cook, he'll check in for Hayes as Hayes has 4, team fourth. Brown, first free throw up and good.
I'd like to see I don't have the stats here, but the discrepancy in foul shots shot here tonight and made particularly too are quite a bit.
Yeah, I'd say big advantage for the Blue Devils. I think we've only shot maybe 4 free throws with Cook and Saucy.
And I know Thomas has got at least 6.
Second free throw for Brown, up and good. Biggest lead of the night for the Blue Devils is 8. And the Railers with the basketball look to cut into that lead with 2:13 to go into third. Kingsley checks into the ball game for the Railers. There's a little pass to Biven up and good, and that's what we needed right there.
Yeah,
John.
You're right. Get to the middle of the lane, and when we've gotten to the middle of the lane, good things have happened. Hayes has gotten there a couple times and made a basket, and then made a couple nice passes. There was a nice strong cut to the basket on a transition, and Biven got right to the front of the rim and made it.
1:45 to go into third. Quincy 27, the Railers 21. Quincy with the basketball. Brown over to Wires, guarded there by Biven.
They don't even put anybody in the middle as far as breaking the 1-2-2.
Now Thomas loses it, now gets it back, kicks it to Sprick. Now a 3 on the way by Wires, up and good. Wires has 10 and the lead is 9. And a full timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. 1:27 to go in the third. It's Quincy 30, the Railers 21. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in 30.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Josh Comnick, Lloyd Kirby here this evening. Joe Lee back at the studio. And the Quincy Blue Devils open the lead a little bit. 9-point advantage for the Blue Devils, 30-21 And Josh, it's been Wires and Thomas.
Yeah, you're right. Wires with some big threes. I think that's 2 for him here in the third quarter. And then Thomas has not hurt us as far as field goals go underneath the basket, but he has hurt us a ton with the free throws made. He's been drawing contact, and more importantly, not only contact and free throws made, but he sent a couple of our big guys with some foul trouble.
Cook with it in the corner, now kicks it out to Kingsley. They work it back to the right. Nelson on the wing. Ooh, had Saucy looks for Cook. He wasn't ready for it. Little spacing issue right there, and the Blue Devils come out of there with it. 30-21, 1:02 to go in the third. Longcore back it out. See if the Blue Devils hold for one. Sprick gets Thomas. Thomas just bowls his way through Saucy. And good job by Tyler just to take that charge, and that's there every time.
Well,
Josh.
and that's a great job of Tyler in figuring out what Thomas's move is. That's put your shoulder down and go into you. And great job by the senior of recognizing what he likes to do and stepping up and taking a big charge.
I haven't seen a whole lot of those this year, so it's nice to see. Cook has it. Spins around, up, and good for Cook. Nice off-balance shot for Cook, and that's what we needed.
Yeah, you're right. Now cut this thing. If you can get it by 5, the Railers back 30-23 here. Get this thing within 5. Get a stop here and a score, or at least a stop with 27 seconds left. You feel real good.
Up and under for Thomas, no good. Fought for underneath. Nelson has it now. Tapped out of there. There's got to be a foul on the Blue Devils, and who's it on?
That's 6 team fouls, I believe, now.
That's on 42, Thomas, so he picks up 2 quick ones. He's got 3, and that's going to slow him down a little bit, Josh. You know, he's going to think twice about barreling down.
Yeah, now, and more importantly, he's going to go out of the game for a little bit, too. So the Railers got a chance here to get this thing to 5 or 4 going into the fourth quarter. 21 seconds left here. Some of the ball boys come out and get a little perspiration off the floor.
Mulherron will check in for Thomas. Railer basketball. Saucy to inbound. Gets it to Carson. Now to Saucy, over to Biven. Biven back to Saucy as they walk it across. Now they, not across the timeline yet. Now they are. Saucy to Biven on the wing. Trying to find Cook at the elbow. Nothing there. They'll reset with Saucy with 5. Now to 4. Cook spins up. Foul. No call. Off the rim. Tip back. No good. A lot of contact. No foul. And Coach Al is not happy. At the end of 3, it's the Railers 30, the Blue Devils 23. We'll take a 60-second timeout. We come back. We'll have fourth quarter action here in Quincy on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
High school, your score at the end of 3, Quincy 30, Railers 23. Will be Railer basketball to start the fourth, down by 7. Nelson to inbound on the sideline, gets it in to Biven. And fourth quarter is underway, Josh, and could be an exciting one.
Yep, couple stops, couple scores.
Nelson in the corner for a 3. Ooh, off the rim, no good. Cook with the rebound, goes back up. No good. Gets his own rebound and up and good. Count the bucket and the foul. Good strong work by Cook underneath to stick with it, and he'll be rewarded with the free throw.
Yeah, I think give a little credit to Coach Alexander. Both of them were on the officials after that last shot in the third quarter by Cook not getting the call. I'm not sure Cook got a whole lot of contact on that putback, But credit the coach for getting on the officials a little bit and give us a chance. Cook gets fouled, misses the free throw, but a big basket for the Railers. Now we got to get a couple stops and a couple scores.
30-25, 7:35 to go in the ball game. Longcore with it, guarded by Nelson. He'll get it across. Now he'll reset with Wires up top. Carson on him. Now on the wing to Longcore. All the over here to, let's see who that is.
I think that's Brown in the corner, maybe, or no, Wade. Is that Wade?
14.
Clay. Reluctant to shoot it, though. He's had a couple opportunities there.
There's a drive-by. Wires up and good.
Yeah, he's a nice little guard. Yeah. Hit some big threes here. He's left-handed. Likes to go that left side. The Raiders really haven't forced him to his right, and he's been able to get to the rim a couple times on that drive against the 1-2-2.
32-25, Blue Devils. Raiders with the basketball. Bivin to Cook. Cook in the corner. Now up top to Sassi. Over to Carson. 6:40 to go in the ball game. Sassi to Cook on the wing. Cook will dribble right. Give it to Nelson up top. Nothing there. Feed it to Cook. He'll go in. Drive his way in, and it's going to be on the floor. Kind of got a gift there, Josh.
I think they've been a little bit, but have you seen where they've been pretty particular on the fouls? I mean, underneath, they've called us for several of them. When you get to the paint, they've called some ticky-tack stuff under there, but we just haven't gotten there enough. We're starting to do it a little more here in the fourth.
Raiders in the bonus. See if Cook can make the front end of one, and he will.
Ooh, hit every spot on the rim.
Soft rim here in Quincy. First field goal or first free throw for Cook up and good. 32-26, 6:31 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, and Coach Douglas yet to bring Thomas back in, their leading scorer on the night. They haven't brought him back in yet. He's got 3 personal fouls.
Second free throw, no good. Bivin just about got the rebound. Kick it up to Wires. Wires guarded by Sassi. They'll reset. Clay to Longcore. Longcore back it out, guarded there by Carson. Now to it's Wires up top to Clay. Clay goes right, gets it to Wires. Longcore for a 3, got it. Longcore's been quiet all night. He got his first points with a 3-pointer right there. And it's back to a 9-point lead for the Blue Devils. Feed to Sassi, stolen away. Up and no good. Save. Now on the ground. Can't see where it's at or who has it. It's like Bivin, that was a kick.
Yeah, Longcore missed the layup, and then the Railers back to save it, threw it off of Quincy, and then Bivin back to get it again. So Railers with some good hustle. They threw it away. Keon got right across the half-court line and then got trapped, and then Longcore stole it. But fortunately for the Railers, he missed the layup.
Railer basketball down by 9, 5:42 to go in the ball game. Carson picks up his dribble.
Timeout.
In some trouble. Nope. Gets it to Bivin. Bivin with the lane. Up and didn't finish, but he'll be fouled. He'll get 2 free throws.
Well, we've had a couple of those, Scott, I think, where I think both guys would tell you that they should have made that. I think Bivin would tell you he should have made that, even though they get fouled. That's a layup. Saucy missed one that we know he was upset with himself. Those are big shots that the Railers have missed, a couple around the paint. And then, we haven't shot the ball real well from free throw line, except Bivin just makes the first.
35-27, 5:29 on the clock. Second free throw, good. Down by 7. And the Raiders going to extend their full court pressure. Wires all the way over to Longcore. He'll get it across the timeline. Now get in their offense. Over to Sprickle on the wing. Back to Longcore.
The Railers will have to eventually here pick up the pressure a little bit. I know there's quite a bit of time left, 5 minutes left.
There's a 3 by Clay and a foul.
Was on the screen.
And I think Hayes.
Okay, it was on the screen. So it was not on the shot, but it will be on the screen. So it'll be out of bounds. Quincy, 5 team fouls on the Railers now. It's got 5 on Hayes. Is that right?
So Saucy will get up off the bench. He'll check in for Hayes as Hayes' night is over.
Yeah, Hayes was a big help on that sophomore game. He played the whole game as far as I remember him watching it anyways. So Hayes with a long night for the Railers, and a good effort there by the sophomore.
5 minutes to go. Railers down 7. There's a fake by Sprick up and no good. And Saucy with the rebound.
Oh, what a tough shot too for Sprick. I don't know that he has really attempted much of a basket.
Oh, foul by
this year.
Sprick as tried to get it to Schilling. And Sprick will foul Schilling, and Schilling's going to go to the line.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Bonus time for the Railers.
Bonus.
We've got to make free throws. 10 team fouls now on Quincy. So the Railers with a chance to cut into this lead while the clock is stopped.
Free throw up and good. Schilling in the game. Hasn't had a whole lot of time tonight, Josh, dealing with a calf issue.
Yeah, but some big free throws here if he can get it. They'll check out Wires, and yet to bring in Thomas here in the game for Coach Douglas.
I got to think he's waiting to that 4-minute mark. Free throw up and good for Schilling, and the lead is down to 5 with 4:45 to go in the game. And we got a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Game time sponsors for tonight's game: the Carpet House, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Ground Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Eaton Corporation, Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance, and Chicago Street Rental.
Some of our video live stream sponsors: Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654.
Heartland Community College in Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland. Discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Quincy with the basketball out of the timeout.
Big stop here, Scott. 35-30. The Railers have gotten that 9-point lead now back to 4.
There's a 3 from Clay. Up, no good. Rebound comes down to Bivin.
And a chance to cut into it here. A lot of time for the Railers.
In the corner for Schilling for a 3. Got it!
Baby.
Schilling with the Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer, and the lead is down to 2.
Yeah, big shot there on transition. Schilling gets his feet set up down in the corner. Nice pass by Keon, a run in the break, and the junior gets his feet set, puts it in, and cuts this thing within 2 with 4 minutes left.
Lead down to 2.
Another turnover.
3:59 to go. Turnover, like Josh said. Now Carson with it. He'll cross the timeline. Railers could tie it up or go up by 1. Saucy to Schilling now. They'll work it in the corner to Carson. Carson, get out of that corner.
Yeah,
He'll
bad
fight
spot to
through
be
it.
for the little guy. He's getting caught in the corner, and
Coach Al recognized it.
Yeah, right away. So that leaves us with timeouts left on the. Oh, there they are. 3 timeouts left for the Railers. 3 also for Quincy here. 3:38. The Railers down 2, 35-33. Leading scorer in the game for the Railers, the senior Jake Bivin. Bivin with 11. Cook has 8 for Lincoln.
Video live stream sponsors for tonight's game: Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trusted professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com. And Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. 3:35 to go in the ball game. Railers with the basketball. Feed it down low to Cook. And Cook ties it up at 35 with 3:30 to go in the game.
Yeah, big basket there. Coach goes to his bread and butter with the block-to-block screen, and Cook wide open there. Nice pass by the Railers, and Cook up strong. Give the senior double digits now with 10.
Long court, get it across the timeline. Now gives it to Brown. Brown guarded by Schilling. Brown goes right, now kicks it up to Clay. Clay guarded by Carson over to the right. That's long court. Tried to feed it down low to Mulherrin. He couldn't handle it. Raiders with the basketball, look to take the lead.
Yeah, and now you look at how many times have the Blue Devils been in this situation. You know, this record 16-2 on the season. Haven't been here a lot, and we'll see how they can handle it.
Three by Bivin. Got it! Bivin with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. The Raiders up by 3. Quincy with the timeout.
Boy, that's as confident as I've seen Jake. He was ready on the catch. He almost knew it was coming to him. He got his feet set, and that's as good as he's looked from the three-point line. He's struggled from there this season. He's been really good inside the three-point line at 10 to 15 feet, but he's hit 2 big threes here tonight, and none bigger than that one.
The Raiders fight their way back to a three-point advantage. Josh, they were just down 9 not too long ago.
I'm not so sure I don't think they've scored. We're on, well, you're the mathematician there, but is that 11-0 run,
sure.
I think, for the Raiders?
Yeah, that sounds great.
So it's been a heck of a run here. And now we got to get some more stops here. I'm curious now. It looks like that Coach Douglas will put in their leading scorer. No, he's not quite leading.
They're putting Thomas back in.
He's got 11. So look for Quincy to go back to the block to their best weapon so far here tonight.
38-35. Raiders with the lead. 2:41 to go in the ball game. It's been a quiet Quincy crowd.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, it's a non-conference, and I'm sure these guys, most of their fans remember the rivalry that has taken place between the Raiders, but some of them don't.
Well, these kids weren't even born back then, you know.
Now you're making me feel old, really.
Well, we're getting up there. 2:30 to go in the ball game. Quincy with the basketball, down by 3. Longcore, he's got 3 points on the night. Keep an eye on him.
Yeah, they're going to want to get him the basket or the ball, or at least go to that area.
Wires over to Longcore. Good job by transition now. Thomas, he'll get it down low. Kick it out to Brown for a 3. Airballed it. Comes down to Schilling, and the Raiders with the basketball and the lead. 2:09 to go in the game.
Yeah, be patient like you have been. Get good shots.
Now the clock is on our side. Run it down. Schilling. Like he's moving okay out there.
Yeah,
Carson on the elbow, back to Schilling.
Continue to look to attack. Don't be afraid to take the shot, but make sure it's your shot.
Carson now over to Bivin. He'll go right, find a lane, up, and no good, but he's going to be fouled by Thomas, I do believe. If it is, that's his 4th.
I think it might have been earlier.
Okay, yep, it was.
Earlier, but again, Bivin will go to the free throw line, and so far the Raiders haven't been great from there, but boy, what a time to be good is knock these couple down.
Foul is on O'Brien, his first. Raiders in double bonus. Quincy not in bonus. Raiders have 1 foul to give.
So double bonus, yeah, you're right, for Bivin. So a couple big ones here for the senior. Nice night here for Bivin. Jake with 20, or sorry, his number's 24. He's got 14 points, leading the way for the Raiders.
Up and a little too strong, off the rim. Sprick checks back in for O'Brien. Got to think O'Brien's in there for defensive purposes. Free throw, good.
Attaboy.
2-possession game. 1:44 to go in the ball game. Raiders up by 4. Quincy with the basketball.
Yeah, big rebounders underneath with Saucy and Cook under there. Got to secure rebounds if we can get a miss.
Wires with it. Now gets it to Sprick. Back to Wires. Carson on Wires. Now Longcore. Tried to feed it down low to Thomas. He loses it.
Yeah, out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Raider basketball. .125 to go in the ball game. Raiders with the basketball up by 4. Now the pressure's going to really be poured on by Quincy. Saucy, double team, kicks it over to Carson. Carson. Says it's tipped, but it wasn't. Throws it out of bounds. Quincy basketball. Timeout situation.
3 apiece? No, 3 for Lincoln and 2 for Quincy, and coaches are asking for to be tipped, but Keon's got to get away from that sideline. You know, he cannot run around those trap areas, and he got himself caught in a bad area. 109 left here. Railers up 39-35. Quincy really
just kind of
really patient here.
They sure are.
We talked about it. They haven't been in this spot very often. They're going to come out here. A long court is going to be a long.
There's Wires for a three, and that's a deep three, and he drains it. And the lead's down to 1 for the Railers. Almost stolen away. Bivin kicks it out to Cook. Cook will dribble in.
Timeout,
Nothing
coach.
there.
Timeout. What in the world?
Fought for. Come on.
Slow down here.
They're calling it. They're just not getting it. Wow. Timeout on the court. 35 seconds to go.
Good hustle there by Cook. He went for the offensive rebound and didn't get it, but he got it tapped away. He cut it loose, and it kind of hit the ground, bounced up high. Bivin got up and went and got it. So they were in areas where they were going to get hit by a Blue Devil, but they didn't care. They went to go get the basketball and secure it. Now the Railers have got to, get the ball in bounds and be strong with it. They're going to come after you, whether it be a foul. They may wait a little bit to foul, but they don't have a lot of time. Being them, the Quincy Blue Devils, 35.6 left. Once they get in, I got to imagine that they're going to get the look to foul. You hope that you can get the ball, as if you're a Railer fan, that you can get it to one of your better free throw shooters.
Yeah, and once again, the Railers are throwing 5 team fouls, Josh. So they do have one to give if need be, just to get the Blue Devils out of
boy, what
rhythm.
a huge shot that last by Wires.
Yeah.
He's had four threes here tonight. He's leading the way for the Blue Devils with 15. I think he might have 5 threes, actually. No, 4 threes for Wires, but that was a deep one, and boy, did they need it. He misses that, and we might have been fouled. Hopefully we hit a couple free throws, and we're walking out of here with a W, but a huge three-pointer by Wires.
39-38 Railers with the basketball, up by 1. Schilling to inbound.
Remember, if you're Lincoln, you've got plenty of timeouts here.
Schilling gets it into Cook. Cook fouled immediately by Thomas. That's his 4th, and the clock's still running. That's all right.
Keep it going.
Let it run.
Keep it going.
Let it run. Well, they're going to reset it to probably about 34 seconds.
Now, if they give them more than there was when we started this possession, then we know we're getting a homer.
I got to think they'll put about 34 back on.
Yeah, there was 35.7, I believe, to start.
I don't know. That should have been Tom. Was that on Thomas? That should be his 4th.
Yeah, it was on Thomas. Foul. Cook will go to the line for a double bonus. The Railers up 39-38. They've got 28.7 seconds, but they're probably going to put, like Scott said, probably back to about 35 on the clock, which now it gives Cook even more time here as we're trying to figure this thing out. It gives him more time to even think about how big these free throw shooters are.
33 seconds they're going to put on. That's better yet.
Let's go. Let him shoot the free throws.
Joe Ryan run that clock down there, Lloyd.
They're icing the shooter. It's not a timeout.
So 33 seconds on the clock. Cook at the line for 2 free throws. Railers up by 1. Up and good. Second free throw for Cook. Missed it. 40-38 Railers. Quincy with the basketball. And timeout Quincy.
Well, they've got a couple chances. Full timeout for Quincy. We'll keep it here, but they've got a couple options now. Now that Cook missed that second free throw, you don't have to go for a 3. You can go for a 2 and try to send this thing into overtime, or go into 3 and send it home. You got to think they're going to try and take the last shot, probably with around 10 seconds, I'm guessing, something like that. So if they do miss, we get a rebound, they foul right away. They've got another chance on another possession to try and win it.
And we do have a foul to give, you know, if we need, as long as it's not on the shot. just to make them reset, take it out again. But we'll see what Coach Al draws up right here. He's been doing this for a while. He's not under pressure.
No, but again, we talked about in the pregame. You play games like this to get yourself ready for a regional championship, and this is a regional championship type game. A big crowd, goes down to the wire. Two good teams. You've got to hit free throws. You've got to make plays down the stretch to win the game. And if you're Lincoln, can you do that? And can you come out of here with a win and set yourself up for a nice second half of the season?
Well, here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Blue Devils with the basketball, down by 2. Sprick all the way across to Brown. Brown dribbles in, up and good. Count the bucket and the foul. And Brown has the opportunity to put the Blue Devils up 1.
Boy, and the big boy underneath, Thomas just held off the baseline guy so they couldn't get around him. So it was a easy drive for Brown, mainly almost a moving screen by Thomas.
Very important free throw right here for Brown. Up and good. Quincy up by 1. 22 seconds on the clock. Railers with 3 timeouts still. Probably call one once they get across the half-court line here. Well, maybe not. Biven, and yep, Coach Al's going to want a timeout.
12 seconds left here.
12 seconds to go, Josh.
The good thing, a 2 wins it, right? You don't have to have a 3 here. So the good thing is a 2 wins it, and you're probably going to take a shot here with about 5 seconds and then tell your guys to go crash the boards like crazy and see if you can get some sort of a tip in.
Well, we knew it was going to be a good one, just not this good. 12 seconds to go. Railers down by 1. Who are they going through? You got to think Cook.
Yeah, I think so. And, I know Nelson's not had a good night here, but I think you put him in just for the shot, just for the chance that they double down on Cook. If you can get it to him in the paint or off a drive, you've got a shooter sitting in the corner in Nelson. Or, I think Bivens had a great game. I don't think you're afraid to give Jake the ball with some time and to go do something. Jake with 15 tonight, Cook with 11, the only 2 guys in double figures for the Railers. So I'd like to see, hopefully the seniors, or one of them can step up. Boy, and I think you'll see Quincy go to a man-to-man here.
Here we go. 12 seconds to go in the ball game. Railers down by 1 with the basketball. Schilling to inbound, gets it to Carson. Carson goes right, now gives it to Biven, back to Carson. 7 on the clock, feed it down low to Biven. He loses it, on the floor, timeout. Jump ball goes to Quincy.
Well, you got a foul right away.
2 seconds on the clock. Quincy to inbound and timeout on the court. Railers.
So
they tried to feed it into Biven. Couldn't handle it.
It was a chest pass or an overhead pass through a lot of traffic. I think it got tipped. Jake couldn't get a good handle on it. So it was kind of a forced pass into there. I think the idea was to get to Biven, and if they collapsed on Biven, which they probably were in the middle, you were going to kick it out. Someone was in the corner, I don't know who it was, ready for a shot to step up and do it. But just a really tough pass to get it into Jake from that spot where Keon was.
All right, we'll see what the Railers do here. Looks like they're going to put Cook on the inbound. See if those long arms can tip a pass. Watch for the home run play here, Josh, that we run.
Yeah, I see Thomas probably going to do something like that where he's going to go long right now.
Get it in to Longcore. Quick foul by Biven. 2 seconds on the clock. And Longcore will get 1 in the bonus. So do you call a timeout here to talk about make or miss?
Sure, you might as well. You can't take it home with you, so I think or freeze them, something like that. Right now, timeout. Well, maybe they can't do it now, but.
Free throw up and good.
He this is a spot where I don't like it, but there's a chance he would try to miss this or go up three.
Go up three. Three it is. Long shot by Carson. Short. And that'll do it here from Quincy. It was a hard-fought game. The Raiders fall just short, 43-40 to the Quincy Blue Devils. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the post-game show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Back here from Quincy High School. Railers fall here tonight to the Blue Devils 43-40 here in Quincy, Illinois. We'll go through the scoring. First for the Blue Devils, they were led tonight by the 5'9" junior, number 3, Ralph Wires. Wires with 15. 12 for the junior Camden Brown, and 11 for 6'6" sophomore Keyshawn Thomas. 5 points for Bradley. Bradley Longcore the third. Give him 5 on the night. Only guys that scored for Quincy were the four guys there. They had finished with 43. The Railers were led here tonight by Jake Biven with 15, Peyton Cook with 11, 5 points for Trey Schilling, 4 for Tyler Saucy, 3 points for Aiden Gowan, and 2 points for Drew Hayes. Again, the Blue Devils win it here at Quincy 43-40. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes with the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or
back here in Quincy, Illinois, after a tough one for the Railers, they fall to Quincy 43-40. The Railers fall to 14-4 on the season, while Quincy improves to 17-2 on the year. Josh Komnick, along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby, waiting on Coach Alexander to come up for the post-game show. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic post-game show. And Scott, as we just were talking about it off air, we thought we had it. We were up 4 with about, I think it was a minute, maybe somewhere around a minute to go. And I think probably the biggest shot of the night was Wires. Really deep, 22 feet, probably 23 feet, three-pointer, nothing but net. We talked about it earlier that he misses that. We get a rebound. They probably foul us. You know, we get a chance to knock down a couple free throws. But, man, what a big shot by the junior. And that's pretty much what was able to get the Blue Devils a win.
Yeah, big shot, play of the game, a deep three, like you said, Josh. But we had opportunities. It just didn't go as planned. You know, you got to be pleased with how the Railers played tonight against a solid Quincy team. You know, and it's only going to make the Railers better. We saw some good things tonight and saw some things that we probably need to work on. But overall, yeah, I know we didn't get the win, but I liked how the Railers played tonight.
Yeah, it was one of those things where, man, you play so well and lose. You know, that's right. The tough part where you're in it. You knew you were in it. You made the plays down the stretch. At one point in the third quarter, I believe, maybe starting the fourth, we were down 9 at one time, and then I think the Railers went on an 11-0 or 12-0 run to get themselves up 4. I think the lead we had was 5. But you worked your butt off to get there. And then, boy, one big shot, and then you miss a free throw on one end, and then they come down and get an and one from Brown. Basically a 6-0 swing, 6-1 swing for Quincy. It was really what put them over the top, which that's tough to take in that locker room. That's tough to take when you've worked your tail off to come back from a deficit late in the game. And then ultimately you just still don't come out on top.
Yeah, the Raiders come in with a good game plan. You know, they want to shut down Longcore. They hold him to 5. And then Thomas, he had 11 points, and those are probably all first half, Josh. I don't know that he did much second half. Got a little bit of foul trouble. But as far as the game plan, the Railers, I think, followed it, did what they had to do. I just didn't think they expected Wires to play like he did. Brown had a solid game, but overall, it is a loss, but there were some good things that can happen tonight here at Quincy.
Scott, you've got what the Railers have next. We'll be traveling
at home.
At home? All right. It's been a while since we've been back cooking at Roy S. Anderson. The Railers will be in action on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
They'll take on the Purple Raiders from Bloomington High School. And then on Saturday, is that what we said? Saturday is at home against another Western Big Six opponent in the Rocks from Rock Island. So 2 tough games next week. To go along. Obviously, we've had this one. Last Saturday was tough over at Lanphier. So the Railers on a stretch, and we talked about their schedule here, as we go forward. Boy, there's a tough schedule that the Railers are going to have to put some wins in a string of together to finish out this season.
And to kind of go on next Saturday, Josh, the girls play that afternoon, so hopefully Roy S. Anderson is just busy.
Yeah, I believe at Peoria Central, too.
Yeah, Peoria Central.
2 highly ranked.
Number 2 in state.
Yeah, something.
Against,
yeah.
I don't know
what we were, 3 or 4, I think,
6,
at one time.
4, 3, I don't know.
4. Lloyd says 4.
So Lady Railers haven't really had any competition all year. They're blowing the schools out. We talked to Coach Rohr today. They need this type of game, so they need a close game.
Yeah, great day for next Saturday at Roy S. And I want to throw this out there too. On Monday, this coming Monday, over at UIS, former Railers Dylan Singleton and Caden Froby will be at UIS playing for their school. Obviously, the Miners from Missouri, they will be taking on the Prairie Stars from UIS. That's a 2:00 start on MLK Day. So if you're not doing anything, you can run over to UIS and check a couple former Railers out they don't get a chance to come back in this area or our area very often, and they'll be here on Monday again, 2 o'clock for the Miners.
Coach Al makes his way up here. We'll give him a sec. Catch his breath.
Drink of water.
We're up here in nosebleeds. We are in the cheap seats. All right, Coach, we'll let you catch your breath here for a sec as the hike up the bleachers. We are up here in
Treehouse.
Yeah, the Stars. But, Coach, tough loss for the Railers. Quincy, 3-point victory. A loss is never good, but you got to be pleased with how your kids played tonight.
Well, I thought the fourth quarter we were aggressive. We went at them. The first 3 quarters I thought we were passive and things. And, we didn't do some things out of the huddle that we needed to, that we talked about, and we have to be able to execute down the stretch. So the effort was fantastic. They stuck with it, and that just shows you what type of team this could be.
Yeah, Quincy, you knew coming in that they're a solid team, a 4A team that you knew you were going to have some troubles with. Railers down by 9 into the third, into the fourth, and you gave able to go on like a 12-0 run to go up 3 and up by 5, and then was it Wires hits that big 3, get them right back in it, and you guys held your own, just fell a little short.
Yeah, and we had opportunities to make free throws to seal it, and we didn't make our free throws, and those are the little things. It's not one guy that missed it, and Josh knows my feelings. It's not one play at the end of the game that decides the game. You play a whole game to be able to know who your winner is going to be, and we just we didn't execute down the stretch, but the effort was outstanding. Trey hit a big 3 there in the end, and we've always talked about being able to hit shots when the game's on the line, and it's easy to shoot when you're up 30. How about hitting some shots when you're down 9 or you're tied or you need one in overtime? So, it was pretty good game for us. I'm proud of the kids.
Yeah, Coach, and one thing you did execute pretty well was your motion offense really against a matchup zone, which I thought really gave them fits at times. You were cutting, they were losing track. You were able to get kind of some slips to the basket. Bivin got in there a couple times. You were able to get it in. Hayes got it in the middle and was able to kick out for some shots or some drives. I thought the motion offense against the zone, which is not normally done by a lot of people, really looked pretty good.
We've struggled versus a matchup zone, and they played it pretty well, but I thought we found out some things that we can do to make our offense versus a matchup be effective, and the kids done a nice job. We still have a lot of things to do, and another couple points. I think we had 3 or 4 and ones that we should have made the layups, and we missed the layups, and then we make one free throw.
Well, and you go back on the other end, and Brown gets the big one down here late, makes the layup, and although Thomas is probably holding a couple guys off underneath there, but Brown strong enough, big enough, jumps well enough to get it up there. He makes the shot and the free throw after Wires makes a 3. So they went on basically a 6-1 run where you talked about the and ones we missed. He converts one late in the game to put him ahead.
Yeah, and last thing in the huddle before that, we said we are not giving up a soft and one. You take the hard foul if you have to, but do not give them a 3-point play. That's part of the execution that we have to get done. If they're going to go in there, they're only going to get 2 free throws, and that's it, instead of going up 1 or tying the game or whatever it was at that point. But we fought back. This is a tough environment. This might be the biggest environment that our kids have played in, this group, the last 2 years. And the crowd was outstanding. Quincy's, they've got it rolling. And, they had, 3 or 4 sophomores on the floor out there. So we just got to clean up some things. And for a coach to have to search through his lineup to find out who's going to hit shots on a given night, it takes you some time to get that done, and you have to keep trying and doing those things. So we'll continue. I think we can still get better. I think we're a good team. We got a big week next week. Bloomington, their record is deceiving. I think they've won 4 games, but boy, are they athletic and have some skills. And, we've got to come out to be able to play. And, they can guard us, and we could be on one of those nights that we go 2 of 25 from 3, and we're in trouble. So we cannot take them light. We have to come out. And then next Saturday, I think I mentioned it this morning's a really, really big day at Roy S., where the freshman boys play at 10 o'clock, I think. The girls play Peoria Central at 1 and 2:30, and then we play Rock Island at 5:30 and 7, I believe. And that's a good full day of basketball at Roy S., and they'll be all good games.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll let you get down to your team for the long bus ride home. Once again, thanks for coming up, and we'll see you back at Roy S. Anderson on Tuesday night.
It seems like it's been a long time since we've been at home.
Yeah. This was fun, but I sure like to be. I like to be back at home.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. Safe travels, and we'll see you Tuesday.
Okay.
That'll do it for us here in Quincy. Our next broadcast will be January 17th at 7 o'clock as the Railers are at home to take on the Purple Raiders from Bloomington High School. Our broadcast will begin with pregame show starting at 6:30. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer director Joe Lee, and Josh Komnick and Lloyd Kirby, this is Scott Kirby. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 40, Quincy 43. The Railers now stand at 14-4. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast, and would like to thank our listeners for listening and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you to patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Railer basketball. From Quincy, Illinois, good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the studio for the Classic Rock Experience on the Nighttime Fix 96.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.